Guys, I got a confession to make. I bought a console. Now, before you click off the video, just hold on. I got a reason for it. I'm going to get to that. I just want to say this is the first time I've played console in 6 years. I've been gaming exclusively on PC since 2013. I even came out with some videos to help new PC gamers get on board and kind of find their way once they build their first system. But I bought a console for one specific game, and that game is FIFA. If you guys have watched any of my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/JerryNeutron, by the way, or the second gaming channel, youtube.com/JerryNeutronGaming, by the way, go follow and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. The game FIFA has the biggest community on consoles, so I thought, cool, let me go ahead and hop on board with them. Maybe I can play with some people that are on console and just kind of get where the biggest player base is at. Because you guys know, even though we all love PC gaming, sometimes just the biggest population for that game is on consoles. Really nothing we can do about it. If you play Call of Duty, most of the players are going to be on PS4. Same thing goes for FIFA. Not a lot we can do about it. Spoiler alert though, is it worth it? No. FIFA has the worst online experience of any game in the entire industry. So if you're looking to buy a console specifically for FIFA, don't do it. I bought a PS4 Pro, by the way. I had to get the Pro. I wanted to make sure nothing ran at 30 FPS by accident or something like that. So I had to get the most powerful one. Really don't care about the 4K. I just wanted my games to run at 60 FPS minimum. So I went with that. I know the new PlayStation and Xbox are coming out at the end of this year. And some of you guys are probably going to say I should have waited. I actually ended up buying this console back in September when FIFA first came out. So I've had it for a while. I just haven't done a video on it yet. But there are some interesting things that I noticed after PC gaming for so long going back to console. Number one is the online gaming as far as having to pay for PlayStation Plus. It sucks. I don't know exactly what I'm paying for and nobody's been able to tell me other than the free games. Because if you play FIFA, you know, the servers are absolute trash. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm putting my money into. The good thing is if you play a free-to-play game like Apex or Fortnite, you actually do not have to pay for PlayStation Plus. So unfortunately, those aren't my main games. I have played Apex from time to time with my buddies, which actually did end up having a lot of fun. Too bad the game's not cross-platform. I would love to play it on PC with my PlayStation boys. But it is what it is. If those are one of your main games, you don't actually have to pay for PlayStation Plus. I didn't actually know that going in. Unfortunately, you do have to pay for FIFA, so I had to pony out that money. But otherwise, that is a downside of console gaming as opposed to PC gaming, where the online portion is completely free, and it should stay that way. Another thing to mention, this model of PS4 Pro is freaking loud, man. I thought my PC was loud on the highest fan settings. It's got nothing on this. Yo, listen to this thing. It sounds like a freaking jet engine, man. It's crazy. And this is just on the ready up screen too. I guess all the fog and stuff in the background is making this thing work, so it sounds super, super loud. It's not like this in every game, but hey man, when there's something a little bit taxing, this thing gets up there in noise. Apparently after doing some research, I found out that's completely normal and damn thing's just loud. Apparently there's a newer model that's a little bit quieter, but also the controller took some time to get used to. If you guys know, for PC gaming, the kind of default controller is the Xbox One controller, and the analog sticks are offset. So the PlayStation 1, the DualShock is obviously a little bit different, where you've got the sticks right next to each other. That took a little bit to get used to. I feel like the offset sticks are a little bit more superior just in terms of ergonomics. I would rather have it that way, but I'd have to get like an aftermarket controller or something like that in order to get the offset stick. So for now, I just been rocking out with the stock DualShock 4 controller. Hopefully, I can at least get like some control freaks and the little paddles and stuff, just in case I dab into a little FPS on a console, which pretty much means Apex, because I don't play any other FPS on console, because why would I do that when I got a beautiful mouse right here, baby? So yeah, there's definitely some things you have to get used to. I will say the overall experience, though, I mean, it's gaming at the end of the day. If you like games, doesn't really matter what platform you play on. Obviously, one from a hardware standpoint is vastly superior, but at the end of the day, you can have fun on both. Now, one thing that I did have to do was get my PlayStation footage or gameplay onto my PC so that I can stream it or record it. And I was doing that through the use of a capture card. Now, I ended up buying an Elgato HD60 Pro, which is just a standard 1080p capture card which connects through a PCIe slot. But I talked to Corsair, they actually sent me out one of their 4K 60 Pro Mark IIs to test out. So I've actually been using that for a while, testing it out to see, you know, kind of what works best with my setup. And I kind of just wanted to show you guys exactly what I've got here. So the 4K 60 Pro Mark II is one of their newest capture cards. And what I like about this one is you don't really have to make any compromises in terms of your setup and being compatible with your capture card, because this thing can pass through 1080p up to 240 hertz, 1440p up to 144 hertz, and 4K up to 60 hertz. So if you have a high refresh rate monitor that does like 144 hertz, for example, you don't have to worry about it being incompatible with your capture card and having to change your refresh rate to 60 hertz or having to do some type of weird workaround in order for them to play nice together. If you've got a 4K monitor, you can pass through that 4K signal to the capture card with no issue. I guess for you 3 or 4 people out there that have 144 hertz 4K monitors, maybe you're screwed, but the rest of us are gonna have no issues at all sending, you know, whatever signal you have, unless it's something really odd, to the capture card. Now, in terms of recording, this thing can do 1080p at 60 FPS, 1440p at 60 FPS, and 4K at 60 FPS. So that's pretty much all of the major resolutions that you'll need for recording or streaming. Maybe in the future we can do 120 FPS recording or streaming or something like that, but I'm not even sure if that's supported at this point. And since this thing installs via PCIe 2.0 by 4, it's actually super low latency and you can record up to 140 megabits per second bit rate. So the quality is actually super nice. Even at 1080p, you're doing 60 megabits per second, so it's actually a really nice bitrate to work with. Everything comes out crystal clear. There's even a flashback recording feature, which right now I have set to 2 hours of previous recording. So say, for example, I wasn't explicitly recording, but something ended up happening and I want to capture it. I can go back to my previous 2 hours of whatever was being passed through the capture card and save that footage, which is a really nice feature. Just keep in mind, you do have to have the hard drive space in order to enable something like this, so it's not something that you want to just keep on all day, but it does do up to 4 hours. Now, if you guys are curious how this connects, it's actually really simple. All you do is have one HDMI cable going to the PS4, the other cable going to your monitor, install the drivers from the Elgato website, open up the app, and boom, you can actually start recording from there. This even works with OBS as well. All you need to do is add a new source and go to a video capture device. From there, you can add it in. Since mine's already been installed, we'll just go ahead and add the existing to this scene. And you guys can see here, if we go to properties, it just shows up under the device. So you'll just select it, hit OK, boom, and then it's there as a video capture device. So you don't have to use the Elgato software. You can use OBS as well. Either one works, just depends on your needs. Now, console isn't the only thing we can record. Let's bring in Grandma's PC. Okay, we got Grandma's PC all connected. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Okay, scrap Grandma's build. I forgot that thing is a piece of trash. So I've got another PC build here that we are going to hook up, and I can show you guys what you can capture with this thing. Okay, check that out. So one thing I think is pretty cool is I can actually use this to record like UEFI. So if I wanted to show you guys how I overclock something, I can just come in here, boom, look at the settings, and it's like way better than recording the screen with my actual camera. I can actually show you guys you know, the actual capture of this screen. So it's just a lot better in terms of quality. So that's something that you can do. Okay, so now that we're at the desktop, you guys can see we are capturing the second PC here, which is pretty cool. It's pretty flexible what you can do with the capture card. So again, if I wanted to like record the UEFI, for example, to show you guys how to overclock something, I can do that now. If I want to game on the second system and capture that, I can do so without putting a load on the device that's actually doing the streaming or recording. Now, I'll probably have to get an audio mixer of some sort to figure out the audio and make that play well together, but I do like the flexibility that I have here in terms of what types of things I can capture. I think this would work well for benchmarking also. I know you guys have seen the videos on YouTube where a lot of people are benchmarking different types of hardware, and if you don't want to put any load on the system that's actually running the benchmark, you can do it like this and it would be a lot better in terms of efficiency. So yeah, man, pretty dope. Solid device from Elgato / Corsair. I like what they've done with it. I haven't really had any issues in terms of having to troubleshoot anything or any stuff like that. So it's pretty much worked out of the box once I got everything installed and the drivers loaded. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show you guys with the capture card. This is my new console. This is my new capture card. We're improving the streaming setup day by day, and I like where it's going. So that about wraps it up, guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about the capture card or the PS4 Pro down in the comments below. Like this video if you guys like this type of content. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. See ya!